Welcome, everybody, or welcome back. You know how I do it. I just jump on in for a hug. Yeah. So, welcome or welcome back. I am Susan, so welcome to Susan's Spectrum. It's important to know before we even get any further, before we go around, that as soon as I hit the record button, everything in a reading, every sound, color, shape, everything is imperative to a reading. All right, so now we move forward. So I am a master Reiki energy healer as well as a master energy reader, and that's what I do here on my channel. And I'm laughing, looking over here. I've got two huskies and my youngest son over here laying on the bed. And the youngest husky, which is of the two girls, she was just so relaxed. She was laying back with her head hanging. She was just, going to a relaxed state. So there's something here about being in a relaxed state. Usually I already have a blueprint to show y'all, which would be the tarot spread that we're going to go for, but I don't have that. But what I do have is I have a bunch of symbolism, so it's about symbolism and channel messages before we get into the reading. So we're just going to, follow how Spirit leads us. So before we begin, let's just take a deep breath in. I encourage you to partake with me, and let's get on the same accord, one accord. So, Holy Spirit, Spirit guides, angels, and ancestors, thank you for always being here with me. I ask you to give me clear, concise messages for the collective. I ask that you surround me with the highest white light and that everything comes out clearly. It's something about being clear. There's something about really like there's a clearing. This is a special clearing of some sort that is given to you by the divine at this time. It's more than a veil coming back, okay? So it's totally a clearing. All right, and I'm seeing the light shine in my TV up there like a full moon. So there's something that's happened during this last full moon. There's a tree that this has to deal with. And the sun coming up. So I put the cards down. Let me pick it back up. Enchantment is going to be the overall energy of this reading. So what I got for you before I begin is, first of all, I was redoing my little altar here, and I was putting my gemstones out. And when I had pyrite that was part of it. Because, you've got to have, I love all rocks. Not just the gems, but gems are to be set apart. And so when I laid out my bag of gems and, this was in there, I just had to separate it. I didn't get rid of it, but I didn't want it with these. And so I'm kind of just set over here. So that's important. And as I'm looking and I was laying out my gemstones, this is a selenite stick. It's been broken off. It's kind of rough to the feel, but yet it's smooth. Like it's rough. The texture would look rough to the I'm gonna let it focus, but it's really smooth. And also, the other gems that I have here are really shiny. They're polished. But this isn't, and it's still kind of cloudy. But what's important about this is that anytime that I'm working my crystals or anything, when I want complete clarity, when I need power, when I need it's just like it's overall everything. Like this is my go-to. This is it's just so much to be said about it. So that's there. All right. So so let's read what this enchantment oracle card stands for. I'm getting the months of between February 18th and May 17th. So what is that? Is that Pisces? Aquarius? All right, there's an ash tree significant here with enchantment. So let me see where we are. And I flipped right to it. Wow, okay. So this is number 26 also. 2 and 6 equals 8. 8, I see Leo, I see the gateway, the Lion's Gateway. I'm seeing what goes around comes around. And I'm not seeing it like this. I'm seeing it like this. So that's important too. So let's read this. Enchantment. It means magic, recovery, and self-care. Ash. The ash tree is associated with inspiration and imagination. Its wood is deceptively robust for such a graceful species. Strong spiritual associations can be found in the ash's tree history, with legends proclaiming that its roots reside in the molten core of the earth, while its leaves touch the heavens. The ash tree is a complex tree of opposites, of worlds within worlds, of cycles of quick growth, degeneration, and rebirth. The symbolism of the card. The priestess of enchantment is set beneath a wheel of ash, sea pods, leaves, and flowers. Beside her, beside her is the ash tree's spirit animal, the seahorse. For the ash has strong connections with human emotions as deep as the ocean. The color energy of the ash is cobalt blue and is linked with the northern hemisphere's fading winter and early spring, generally between the dates of February 18th to 17th of March. Keywords for the ash tree include recovery, wisdom, and understanding. Divination for this. When the enchantment card appears, it's time to take a step back from the busyness of the world. The ash tree reminds us to rise above and look at the big picture. In truth, we are only here for such a short time, so slow down and appreciate life. The power of reflection, the power of reflective self-care is highlighted by this card. In this stillness, magic can begin to blossom. Sunny slow down, and moments of enchantment can be found. Often the answer to a tricky problem appears when the mind has been allowed to become quiet. This quietness can be found in painting, drawing, writing, poetry, or just contemplating the beauty of nature. And the ash amulet. Making an amulet out of ash wood in a natural setting can help slow your mind, allowing you to enchant space to create a much needed peace. It can also awaken your intuition and bring some insightful answers. Take a small ash tree branch and cut a disc from it. Onto the disc, carve or draw the rune symbol and Suze. For the breath of God, the stillness that comes when we quiet our chattering mind and just listen. I was going to flip around and show you, but I'm supposed to just... So that's what it is. Okay. So, also, before we get into the tarot cards, so what cards are we going to pull? We're going to pull from the Fifth Spirit, and this goes with like that number 5 that from the last reading Spirit says. But also, before I came on, I was guided to put on Pandora, and I knew that the first song was going to be for this, for the collective. And what it was Stand On It, and that by Little Baby. And so I encourage you to listen to it if you want. But if not, the overall message that I got for that and what this is about you have been gifted something or that from the past others are seeing or around you that they're quite like how that happens. I don't know if you're gifted something or you changed so much. There's something going on here that is such a drastic, they can't believe it's you. That's what I'm getting, kind of energy. And what he says in that song is, ask God, God knows. He's, and so that's how it is. Like, it's, when people question him, I mean, they know, only God knows. It's so blatantly obvious that this was from the divine. So, yeah. I feel so excited. I feel, what's the word I'm feeling? Not supportive, it's more than that. It's like, more than how, it's like highlighted, but lifted up, honored. I feel like this song is kind of like a competition unknowingly, didn't know about it, and it kind of honored. But that's not it either. It's not a competition. It's, I'm hearing ranked. High, it's just a higher ranking. Alright, right there. Ace of Wands. Okay, so this is someone, alright, this is someone lighting a flame. And this is, that symbolism, that is the symbolism of God. So this is, God lit this and put this in your hand. Like, you flicked the light, but it was God's flame. You held the lighter. So and there's a hand coming out through the smoke. So healing hands, but in fire. Like maybe you went through a fire or going through a fire, but you are getting something's in your hands and it's only like you lit something. Ace is about something new. It's the beginning of something. Wands, is about passion. And this black hand is significant. And it's a manicured hand, so I feel like it's a black woman. To try to grab this lighter. But this is God's lighter. I feel like. I don't know. Alright, so next two cards, Spirit say like right there, but the next two cards that clarify what this. The Nine of Swords. And the Seven of Cups. Let me sit this down for a little bit and let's just look at this. Let's I'm here to analyze. So the Nine of Swords, this is many different tools. Alright. They're all blades of some sort. And but these blades are for hurting. Cutting something off. So there's even many things were trying to be cut off. Many different tools were used here to cut something. Seven of Cups. You said a snake right there. So, whoa. So there is a meaning. I'm saying great. There is many fucking tools used to cut, to disarm, to dismember, Ye Collective. Yeah, look, to keep you isolated, to keep you in this damn jug, and all these jugs are some sort of water, to have water in, and water brings me something living, except for this one. And that's like a certificate or a diploma or something of high honor. Everything else in here is, and what's that at the top? That's where the snake's coming out of. Because that snake can't fit in that jar. The snake was trying to fit in that jar, but look, it can't fit in it. I mean, someone tried to. This is your ship, your goldfish. This is, this is your home and someone really tried to keep everything from you going somewhere else. Because I see this big city and one of them tried to keep everything which had been trying to get cut from you. Everything from this snake, but this snake couldn't fit in this damn. Wow. And this is something, this is a shelf, this is not a home. Not really a home, more like I'm saying like Casey Jones, when you walk in, if y'all don't know, but when you walk in this one place around here that we have, the Casey Jones restaurant, it's got little knickknacks. And you can say they're really cute, and so I feel like this is a place with a bunch of like knickknacks like that. I don't know. All right, so and I'm really grabbing on to I was turning my cellulite stick, like really just twisting it. That was so weird. All right, so more clarifying this. Ace of Swords. Alright, so this is sensitive. This is a new sword. This is a new knife, a new way of cutting. All right, because that was not part of this. But this is a new blade, though. But this blade is, it's been washed. That's like the same hand, but so that other hand was dirty. It wasn't black. This is the same hand, but it's in that water been washed. So that was a dirty hand. Here. What's happening? It's gonna be washed, but yeah, it's gonna be seen. What was happening? That's what's supposed to happen. Feathers coming down too. Your ancestors, your spirit guides are going to make sure of this. The angels are going to make sure of this. Something just fell out. When I picked up my deck cards, 3 of these cards just fell out. So that's where we're in off. So there's three of wands. These are three people, like, they're in a hot air balloon trying to get, but they're all single out. But so 3 people really was trying to get higher. All right. And 3 of wands, it's about working together. But all 3 of these were just wanting to get higher where they were in their own. Queen of Pentacles, but this looks like a man. So this is someone who's alone and they're trying to hold on to. This is someone trying to make something grow. This Queen of Pentacles. All right, this is a new seed they were trying to make grow. And the King of Swords, this is someone that has made a decision. They're telling something. And this is someone coming through with confidence. And this is someone, when I see her culture, that looks like that hand as well. And I see that she's Indian. So this is something that was earned. That was their right. And they're putting a Santa. Something that is rightfully theirs. Wow. I mean, and they're coming out like, God damn it, no. And they're telling, everybody's going to hear this. I feel so justified. That's the word, justified, in this. In this new. And this is a pocket knife. This ain't for cutting. This is for when you gotta want to have that handy whenever you got something to cut. This is a multi-purpose. This is something to have handy. This is something that. Do you feel me? Do you feel the energy? This is not to hurt somebody. This is for purpose. This is for purpose. Last card to go on this. 2 of Cups. Yeah, there is a knot in between. There was not a balance in these cups. This relationship. There was something being kept, trying to be, you said, not between them. In this cup turn upside down, trying to keep emotions turned upside down, trying to keep things twisted between the cups so that they couldn't mix with these emotions. Keeping knots between these emotions and between these people and these cups. And that Black Sun. My mouth is so fucking dry. Someone trying to keep your communication, try to cut off your communication. My mouth is so dry. I gotta go get something to drink. That's the end of this. But what I Spirit said, pull one more card so I know what's gonna happen. Chariot, okay? Chariot. This is about someone. You say she's been forced. She's like, this is like, I'm saying like roller derby, like a competition again. But because she's racing. And number 7, completion. Look at that look she's got on her face. She's like, did you really think you were gonna look at that Phoenix on her chest? Look at these tattoos. This is so important. Each and every one of them. So take that in. I don't want to call anything out because as you call it within yourself, there's going to be an alignment. So just take that in. There's so much to say. And look at her teal color hat. I love that. That teal color square on her. And look at that. Man. Seeing a horse. That's all. Alright. Look at those 2 paths. Alright. I'm sending you so much love and light. I keep saying alright, but yeah, here we go. Yeah. Something being brought to light.